Good afternoon, Tanya. For the 9th of Av, Tisha B'Av, we are starting the fourth letter of the Igeres HaKodesh. Okay, so the letter starts like this. Ein Yisrael nigalin ela b'tzedakah, shenemar v'shaveha b'tzedakah. The pasuk says in Yeshayahu, the Alter Rebbe brings, that Israel will only be redeemed, ultimately our redemption will come through tzedakah, through righteousness. Right, shenemar, as it says, v'shaveha b'tzedakah, right? That her exiles, her those who are need to be, here it says, are repatriated, right, will come out through tzedakah. It says ksiv tzedek lefanav yahalech. I'm going to focus on this pasuk. It also says in Tehillim, it says that tzedek lefanav yahalech. Right, that tzedakah, goes before him. V'havale l'meimar yelech. The lashon, the language should be yelech, right? That the tzedakah goes before him, but it says yahalech. Yahalech is a causative verb, which means it literally means, right, that the tzedakah or the tzedek, right, causes something else to go, right? Though we understand it to mean that tzedek goes before him. Right, so we have to understand, what does it mean, tzedek yahalech? That tzedek causes something else to go. Tzedakah, righteousness, causes something else to go. Acha inyan al pima shekasav lecha amar libi bakshu panai. He says we can understand this by considering another pasuk from Tehillim, right? The pasuk says, lecha amar libi bakshu panai. That on your behalf, my heart shall seek the panai, shall seek the face, right? But panai, face, also means panemius, inwardness. Perush, bakshu, panemius halev, right? The meaning is that the heart has to seek, or we must seek the panemius of the heart. We need to seek the inwardness of the heart. In other words, the deepest point of the heart, right, will only be revealed through our seeking it. We said a few things already, right? We brought a series of psukim. First of all, that tzedakah, tzedek, right, is what causes redemption, right? That ultimately our redemption will be through tzedakah. That our lost ones are repatriated through tzedakah. That tzedakah somehow causes something to go before it. It's causative, right? And that finally, that we have to seek the inwardness of our heart. What does it mean to seek the inwardness of the heart? He says that we spoke about this at the very beginning of Tanya, right? That first of all, everything, the Rambam brings, that everything in this world is composed of four elements, right? It's composed of fire, earth, air, and water, right? And that within our souls we have all of these components, right? So he says that the seeking the inwardness of the heart is the seeking of this flame within the fire of the heart, right? Of this divine fire that's in our heart. It says here, there's another, brings here in parentheses that just another way of, perhaps another manuscript of the Tanya says that rather than the flame of the heart, it means the same thing, the flame in the heart. It says belev instead of belahav, in the flame of the heart. Yesh beis bechinos chitzonis bechinos panemius. The heart, right? The heart has two levels within it. It has its externality, and it has its panemius. Remember, this is about seeking the panemius, the inwardness of the heart, right? So there's the external aspect of the heart, of our love and emotion for Hashem, and also the inward emotion of Hashem, the essence of it. Chitzonius halev, the externality of the heart, the outwardness of the heart, the first level. He has slavus hamislaheves miluchinas bina v'das b'gdulas Hashem ein sof baruch hu. The externality of the heart, right? The love for Hashem, so to speak, right? Our emotion towards godliness in its externality is that which is developed through our conscious exploration, through our thinking about, through our contemplating the greatness of Hashem. When we think about the infinity of Hashem, right? What we know, right? We need to know something to love something, right? The things that we've learned over the course of our lives that we know about and we think about through our experience and through our knowledge and our awareness, right, over the course of our lives causes us to love something, right? So to love Hashem, right, we need to think about Hashem, we need to know about Hashem, we need to learn about Hashem, we need to contemplate the greatness of Hashem in this world, right? But that's just the externality of our love for Hashem. That's developed through contemplation. We're able to have a particular love for Hashem. Lehisbonim gedulaso, to contemplate His greatness. Ulaholi mitvunazo ava aza kirish be'esh. And from this contemplation of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's greatness, we're able to develop, we're able to produce, right, from that contemplation, right, a love in our heart, and it's a powerful love, right? It's one of the mainstays of the Tanya, right? That's the power of Chabad, right? That we need to contemplate the greatness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, right? Not so that we're yidden that are just in our minds, right? And it's for it to come down and to ultimately result in the production of a love for Hashem. He says like fiery flames, right? We need to have a love for Hashem. But this is the chitzonius, this is the externality, this is through man's contemplation, this is through man's awareness, right? That he develops in his mind that which produces a love for Hashem. Upanimius alev, the other level of the heart, though, this is what we're seeking, this is what the letter is speaking about, the inwardness of the heart. Hi hanakuda shepanimius alev umka deliva, it's that point in the inside of the heart, in the depths of one's heart. Shehila maila b'chinas das utfuna shuchal adam nisbonam b'livu v'duas Hashem. It's totally beyond man's contemplation. It's beyond man's intellect, right? That a person can think about HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That point that's inside of each and every one of us, that point in the depths of our heart, right? That fire for Hashem is something that's not something that has something to do with our rationale, that has something to do with our contemplative abilities, has something to do with he knows something that I don't. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's totally beyond. It's beyond contemplation. It's beyond logic. It's beyond everything. It's something that's ingrained deep down inside of us in the depths of our heart. As we say, right? We know that we it says in Tehillim, right? From the depths we cry out to Hashem. Right? I always perceive that to mean that from the depths, from the place that I find myself in, from whatever difficulties, right? And the author will be saying here, it's mu'umka deliba. It's from the depths. It's from the depths of one's heart. It's from that inner point that we cry out to Hashem. It says in parentheses here, V'alderech mashal kamod b'milei da'alma. He brings an example of something that happens in ordinary life. Lefamim yesh inyan gadol ma'od ma'od. Sometimes someone has something, a big issue, a big thing in life. Shekol chayos adam tuluyu bo v'nogea ad nekudas pinimius halev v'ad bechlal. Right, this whatever this matter is in his life, a non-spiritual matter, right? Whatever this is, his whole life is like everything's dependent on it. We've all had things that we've had a hook into, right? And it's hitting to a deep point in our heart. V'goram lo lefamim lasos masim l'daber dvar b'shlo b'das klal. Right, it'll cause somebody to say things or do things without any reason whatsoever. When somebody's so attached to whatever this item is, he's just bringing it as an example to show that when something's at the inner point of the heart, it's beyond seichel. Right? You read these stories about a mother whose child is trapped under a car or something like that, and she's able to lift the car or something like that, right? That's beyond seichel, that's beyond rationale, right? He's not even saying that, like saying superhuman things, right? But there's things that we're attached to that just take us out of the sense of rationale, right? And that point inside of our hearts, that love for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is far beyond even our power of intellect. V'zeh ulumazeh, right? Just like in the regular mundane world, there's things, right, that make people, I don't know, they're lovesick, they do crazy things, whatever it may be, right? Also in the spiritual sense, right, in our relationship to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that point in the heart is beyond rationale, it's beyond thinking, it's beyond any kind of logic. This is the same, it's true with the work of the heart, with the labor of the heart. V'hainu lefisha b'chinas nekudas panimius halev hi lamayla b'chinas hadas u'mispashin mislabish b'midos shenoldu michach mabina v'das kanoda. And it's known that this inner point of the heart transcends the faculty of reason, he says here, right? Which it's the it's the faculty of reason. It's our chachma bin and das, right? Which gives life, right, to our emotions, right? Ultimately, we can draw back everything we feel, right, to our intellect, right? That's what gives life and produces our emotions. But this point of godliness, this point of love for God, this point of the heart is totally beyond intellect. He says this comes, this point that's deep in our hearts, right? And it must be revealed, right? It must be revealed. The whole point of this is a bikshu. We're trying to find how to dig and to get it out of us a little bit, right? But that point, that what we have inside of us, is something that's shining into us from the supernal wisdom of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's beyond our seichel, right? But HaKadosh Baruch Hu's supernal seichel is shining this burning point inside of our heart. Uva mulubash v'ganuz or mamish. There in that place, the hidden light of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Literally, he says mamish, right? It's from that chachma, where the hidden light of God is shining into our heart. Kamosha Kasuv, Hashem b'chachma chulhu, as it says in the pasuk, by wisdom, by chachma, Hashem founded the earth. Right, Hashem, everything starts with HaKadosh Baruch Hu's wisdom. That's shining directly inside of each and every one of us. Vehihi bechinas nitzutz elokus shebechol nefesh miYisrael. This is that spark of godliness. It's the godly soul. It's just different terminologies. That's the godly soul that's found in each and every one of us. And tomorrow's Tanya is going to ask, right? If every one of us has this spark of godliness in the depths of our heart, why are we not all living, these profound spiritual lives, right? So we'll get to that. But each and every one of us has it hidden within ourselves, hidden within the depths of our heart. Be'ezus Hashem will continue tomorrow. I'm just going to read the Hayom Yom. Hayom Yom for the 9th of Av, for Tisha B'Av, apropos, he says at Mincha, we recite the Shema, the Shir Shal Yom, the song of the day, Ein Kelokenu, and all the readings that are usually linked to the morning prayers. This is followed by the afternoon service. Right?
What Shema do we say? What Shema do we say? Like putting a tefillin on?
We say.
What Shema is that?
I have to look in my siddur. I guess we say Shema again. Let me read my.
Oh, David Robbins. Yeah, they're all saying Shema.
Let's just see. Just quickly, we'll look. We say.
No, it says Mincha.
It says at Mincha we say Shema. One moment. I guess because every time we put on tefillin, we say Shema. Hold on, I'm still looking for where it has.
Okay, so that's.
So it's here. We have Hashlamos for Shachris. We say Baruch Nafshi, that which has to do with the talis, and put on the tefillin and say Kriya Shema. It shows right here. We say Kriya Shema all the way through the full Shema, all the way through. Then we say the Shir Shal Yom, right? Hayom Yom. We're going to say, as we just read, and then when it said here, you finish the readings. That means finish your Chumash Tehillim and Tanya, right? That's what he was referring to. Okay, and then we're going to say the traditional mincha, and the bracha of Shasali Kol Tzorki, Kol Tzorki, which we didn't say this morning, right? Of the berachos of the morning. Right, because we normally associate that with shoes, right? That where we're given all that we need in life, we associate that for some reason with the most basic thing that we need in our feet is our shoes. We don't say the bracha. It says here we're not going to say that until tomorrow morning.
So no Birkat Kohanim tonight either?
No Birkas Kohanim and
I'm saying Shmonas?
and Shemona Esrei.
I don't know.
I guess I don't think,
we didn't
no.
Say this morning. We didn't have it this morning.
I presume not.
The Ashkenaz doesn't show Shema.
They didn't say, no, so we're stepping it up a notch, right? It says here, every Tisha B'Av, my revered father, the Rebbe Rashab, who's the 5th Rebbe of Lubavitch, would study Eicha Rabbah. And the passage, right, that's the Midrash, I think, on Eicha. And the passage beginning, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, in the chapter entitled Hanizakin, in the morning, after reciting Kinos, he would recite them all, and then he would read Eicha to himself. he would be called to the Torah from Maftir, and sometimes at both morning and the afternoon services. Everybody should have the best of what's remaining in this day, and we should continue to share good news. Bezras Hashem. Yeshua.
Shakal.